Battlebots Reviewed, Episode 5. Review subject, Chomp 1.0. So, Chomp, the bot that next to no one likes. Well, if you remember back to my second episode of this series about Nightmare, then you'd know that my supporter and Pikachu's Zelda champion made an argument for why Nightmare's design isn't too good by comparing it to Chomp's second design. Which I completely agree with, which is why I decided to do this one, as it's a bot he's not too fond of, but since Chomp has two designs, I have to judge both. And since they're two drastically different bots, I just decided to make two videos on Chomp instead of just one, which would be a bit messy. Welp, let's go. Design. Now, its design doesn't seem that bad. I mean, it has a crusher, a wedge, and a flamethrower under that wedge, so you know that you like when a bot can hold another in place and just use their flamethrower on them. However, Chomp has one big issue in terms of its design. Its armor, or lack thereof. You know what I compare this to? The bots from the early seasons of Robot Wars. Like, you remember those bots from Robot Wars seasons 1 to 5? Like, season 5, for example? Their armor tends to not be the best, and you'd swear that a lot of them are made of tissue paper, like Robot Chicken, I think, and Velociripper. Yeah, Chomp here has the exact same issue. Against Overdrive, it got a dent on its left front side, and against Ice Wave, it was essentially tissue paper facing a lawnmower. That's what really holds it back. So, I give its design a 2 out of 5. If its armor was better, then I'd probably bump it up to a 3. But even still, there's nothing technically wrong with it, it's just the armor. Performance. So, I can really only count the driving here, as I've never seen its crusher do anything. Has it ever gotten a grip on enemies? No. Has it ever crushed anything? No. So, yeah, I can't really judge it there, and while it's reliable enough, I mean, I have seen the crusher work at least when I was trying to get off the rails, it just isn't that well driven, and while its drive works, it isn't on the same level as some like Scorpios, or even Donald Hudson, but that's Lockjaw Donald Hudson. That's not unreasonable as to why it's not that good. But its drive's only passable at best. Again, its performance is very mixed, which is why I give it a 2 out of 4. It's not the best driven, but at least it works, but I wish I could see its crusher in action. Then I could properly judge it properly, but since this design's retired, I can't do that. Appearance. Now, in this picture here, it looks alright, but I am going to admit, in the box when it had those spikes on it, it looked pretty cool. However, I think that was just more for a self-righting mechanism, and this design or appearance just looks okay to me. It's not one of the better looking bots out there, but it's not one of the worst looking ones either, so I really can't say much on it. Which is why I give its appearance a middle of the road 0.5 out of 1. Not bad enough for a 0, not good enough for a 1. Let's meet in the middle and do 0.5. Final score? 4.5 out of 10. Something from the early seasons of Robot Wars. Yeah. Chomp to me would fit right in there. Will probably even be a bit successful if Razor's anything to go off of in that series. But anyway, I just think that the armor's a bit too flimsy for my liking. And that's it for this episode. Tune in next week for its episode of Battlebots Reviewed of Chomp's second design. Till then, I'm Aiden the Superior Hyperior, and thanks for watching.